Hello ladies and gentlemen, those in between, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Everett, and for today's video, we're going to be reacting to the story of Linda Lampenius and Pete Parkkonen.
I'm Jaakko Olander. I'm the English language commentator and social media guy at UMK, and also now the host of this video.
Hello,
I also
sir.
sell overpriced insurance plans and used cars for people who definitely can't afford them. But right now, let's set all of that aside and take a trip down memory lane and get to know Finland's Eurovision representatives for 2026, Linda Lampenius and Pete Parkkonen. Who are they?
Okay.
Where did they come from? Have they ever committed insurance fraud? Only one way to find out. Let's start with Linda. Linda Lampenius was born in 1970 in Helsinki, allegedly. Her first role was to appear as a baby in a Finnish film, Akseli ja Elina. Wonderful. By age 7, she was a violin soloist. By 11, she was a concert master of the Helsinki Junior Strings, or
So that explains why she is so good at playing the violin. And I've always been so vocal about being fascinated by how she plays the violin. It's like the violin has already been, playing the violin has already been a part of her system. And she just does it effortlessly.
Comparison, when I was 11, I had barely learned how to walk. It's still an ongoing issue. After she stopped being a human baby, Lampenius performed for numerous royals and heads of state, appeared in Andrew Lloyd Webber's production in England, in a music special broadcast to 160 countries by Italy's largest television channel, Pasta Bolognese, Rai Uno, that's right, and in a concert program aired across more than 250 PBS television channels in the United States. PBS is the American cousin of my employer, YLE, the public broadcaster of Finland. Here's a dark twist, cue tension music. In 1997, Linda attended an Oscar party in Los Angeles hosted by Finnish-Canadian fashion millionaire turned sexual predator Peter Nygard. She later gave some interviews about the experience, and the tone was not glowing. Nygard sued her for defamation. Linda maintained that she had told the truth about Nygard's behavior, which, as it turns out, she had. Because let's fast forward to 2024, when Nygard was sentenced to 11 years in prison for sexually assaulting multiple women, with the judge describing him in open court as a sexual predator. Linda.
Wow, I totally had no clue that Linda Lampenius actually experienced such a thing. I can't imagine the amount of stress she had to deal with during that time. And nobody wants to be under this circumstance, and I personally think nobody deserves to be in this situation. That's crazy.
On the other hand, is glowing and living her best life, including winning the Eurovision Song Contest for 2026. Karma is a...
Yeah, it is VITCH.
Sanotaan näin, että mä uskon siihen, että totuus kuitenkin aina tulee lopulta esiin.
I love that.
Back to the late 90s, Linda graced the cover of Playboy, appeared
she
on
did?
Baywatch, and somehow also found time to have her own soft drink in Finland. It featured her in a now iconic pose, one that you may actually recognize from this. In 1997, she released a very successful pop album, debuting at number 8 on the Finnish charts. And that same year, EMI offered her a worldwide record deal. She went on to become the best-selling Finnish classical music artist around the turn of the millennium. In 2003, she published her autobiography, Linda. In 2007, she contributed violin to Celine Dion's album, Taking Chances.
Wow, you know what? I'm so glad that I made a decision about checking this video out, because somebody in the comment section suggested that I should check this out. There's a lot of information about Linda right in the moment. I totally had no clue. Well, I know some of you mentioned that back in the day, she actually she made a guest appearance on Baywatch, which was, are you kidding me, legendary, iconic. But wow, she has achieved a lot of things.
And in 2010, she became a judge on the first season of X Factor Finland. And while she was doing all of this, I was still learning how to talk. Cut to the 2020s. Her second autobiography, My Untamed Life, was published in 2021.
Okay.
And in 2023, the documentary series Linda aired. It landed her a Golden Venla Award in early 2024. That's the Finnish equivalent of a Golden Globe. A major turning point came when she performed the interval act.
I made a reaction video to this.
At UMK 2025, which introduced her to a whole new younger audience and marked a genuine comeback.
I made a reaction video to this,
she
actually.
teamed up with pop singer Pete Parkkonen for UMK with the song Liekinheitin, winning the national selection with a record 570 points and becoming Finland's entry for Eurovision in Vienna.
Wow.
But you already knew that, didn't you? So if I had to sum her up in...
Alright, now I'll pause the video right here because I would like to say that I completely agree with what Linda said earlier, that karma is a bitch. I do believe in karma as well. We harvest what we plant, we reap what we sow. And I think that Linda is very blessed. Like, wow.
One word, it would be fighter. Her life has not been easy, but she is a shining example of what perseverance is.
Oh, yeah.
And I truly admire that. And her immense talent. Next up is Pete Parkkonen.
Okay, now before we, start watching this part of this video, I would just like to say that, indeed, Linda Lampenius is an empowered woman. She symbolizes a woman of strength. I mean, whatever she has gone through in her personal life is something that is not easy to deal with. I mean, I guess those experiences made her the woman she is right now. And oh my God, I've got nothing else to say. Salute. Okay, Pete Parkkonen.
Pete Parkkonen was born in 1990 in a small town called Pihtipudas.
I was
If you
10
haven't
years
heard
old
of
at
it,
that
don't
time.
worry. Neither had most of Finland until this guy showed up. Pete's grandfather was Pierre Racine, a French musician and circus performer from Martinique, who rocked out to Finland in 1953 with a traveling carnival and met Pete's grandmother in Äänekoski, because that's just what you do in the 50s. He said that he grew up surrounded by music.
Handsome.
Everyone in his family sings and has their own unique singing voice.
Very
Music
handsome
ran
guy.
in the family, hardly a surprise given grandfather Pierre was a singer, trombonist, and band leader. Pete literally had no choice but to become talented. As a kid, he started out with drums, because of course he did, but switched to singing as a teenager when the vocalist of his friend's band simply didn't show up to rehearsal one day.
Really?
That accidental moment of someone else's laziness launched an entire career.
Wow.
Perustettiin omaa bändiä. Heti jotenkin tajusi tekijä, että no hei, tää on mukavaa tää laulaminen.
You know what, guys? It's crazy because the universe has its own way to bless us or to give us the life we don't expect. This happens a lot. I've heard a lot of stories like this. Unplanned things are indeed blessings. Like, he didn't totally have any plans on becoming a celebrity, but because of somebody's laziness, look at where he is at now, This is, I just enjoy listening to stories like this because it makes me, it reminds me a lot of the fact that God works in mysterious ways indeed.
Siitä lähti niinku laulaminen.
National fame arrived in 2008 when Pete competed in Idols Finland and came third.
Vahvan ennakkosuosikin tipahtaminen oli pettymys
checked out a few of
Parkkosen
his
kotikunnassa
videos
Pihtiputaalla,
from Idols.
missä Idols on pitkään ollut päivän puheenaihe.
For comparison, when Pete was busy coming third on national television, I was still learning how to write. His first album debuted at #1 and went gold, selling over 24,000 copies. Here's an interesting factoid. His early music was in English. After that, he went to do his military service, was in a military band, and had something of a revelation. He could sing in Finnish.
Niinkin hauskasti voi sanoa, opin laulamaan suomeksi tosi hyvin.
Shocker. And when he did, things started clicking into
He's
place.
Finnish in the first place, Sarah.
Singles
Why was...
followed in 2013 and 14, and he released a self-titled Finnish language album. During the same year, he also won Dancing with the Stars Finland because why only be an excellent singer when you can be an excellent dancer as well? Then came
Wait. I want to know why people were surprised when they found out that he could actually sing in Finnish. He's a Finn in the first place. Why? Is that because his album was in English? Is that it? So that's why people were like shocked. But his grandfather is French, so he's probably multicultural. I don't know.
Came 2016 and Kohta Sata, a song that turned Pete into something else entirely. Finland's official national sex symbol.
Oh, I made a reaction video
while he
to
was
that.
releasing Kohta Sata, I was having
Fun?
let's just say an awakening of sorts. I'm not saying these two instances are related. The music video caused a minor scandal for
My
being
God.
too erotic.
My
Prudes, if you ask me. That same year, he also won the TV singing competition Tähdet with
Tähdet.
55% of the audience vote. Just
Wow.
in case anyone was still underestimating him. In 2022, he appeared on Vain Elämä, Finland's beloved artist tribute show, and then in 2025, Linda Lampenius called, and you already know the rest.
You know what, guys? I feel so honored watching this video because I've made a reaction video to his performances on Idols. What else? That show. I don't know how to pronounce the name of that show. And also that controversial music video. I also made a reaction video of that. In fact, I couldn't stop laughing and at the same time screaming because I don't know, I just felt a little bit embarrassed or shy while watching that video. But I think that Pete Parkkonen made a very, very strong statement when they shot that music video. What a brave man.
He really is a lovely human.
Yeah, he is.
And a dream son-in-law. So, if I had to
Son-in-law.
sum Pete up in one word, it would be, well, many words come to mind, but it would be skilled.
Skilled.
He's a very
Yeah.
skilled artist
Yeah.
and a very skilled human.
Absolutely.
In addition, he is extremely kind,
Aw.
and that is something that I truly, truly value.
I love
So,
that.
however these two end up in Vienna, whether they bring home the trophy or not, that's almost besides the point.
Keeping the fingers crossed, and I claim it in the name of the universe. Amen. Type amen in the comment section.
What matters is that Finland is being represented by two people who are talented, hardworking,
yes.
and actually decent human
Yes.
beings, which is rarer than it should be. I'm Jaakko Olander, and I approve this message, and I very much approve of these two. That said, a win 20 years after our last one wouldn't exactly hurt.
Thank you! Alright guys, what do you think of this video? This video is pretty lengthy already, so I might as well wrap this video up by saying that I'm so glad that I made the decision about checking this out. It's very interesting. I've learned so much about their personal lives, even though this video is just a pretty short video. It's just so interesting to know how much talented, skilled, and I think successful both Pete Parkkonen and Linda Lampenius are. Anyway, all the best of luck, Linda and Pete. Finland for the win. You guys know they are my winner this year. Of course, I also have my other favorites, but I don't know. Pete and Linda just have a very special spot in my heart this year. So anyway, guys, that's about it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you like this video, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when my next video comes out. Peace out.
Tokoni Mikko Hatch, Tokoni Mikko Hatch.